now to tell us more about the historic transition for Myanmar. We're joined by Southeast Asia analyst Matthew Bugher, who's in Bangkok. Matthew, thank you very much for your time. Can you just explain to us then how significant today is for the country?
Well, yeah, this moment is part of a watershed transition in Myanmar's history. The general elections last year and the upcoming transition to an NLD government are very significant, and there's a lot of hope and enthusiasm in the country right now. But we shouldn't overestimate today's events. The general election that happened last November already made it a foregone conclusion that there was going to be an NLD president. This president's going to face a lot of trouble, both within garnering support from his own party and also overcoming some opposition from the military.
Well, you've mentioned opposition from the military there. Can you just explain to us the power structure in Myanmar following this election?
Sure. So the military authored a constitution in 2008 that basically creates a bifurcated government. The NLD will have real legislative powers, and they'll have powers to control a majority of the ministries. At the same time, the military will control the security services, including the armed forces and the police, and the key Home Affairs Ministry, which controls almost all aspects of local governance. On top of that, there's sort of key veto powers that are given to the military through a shadowy National Security Council that's dominated by the military. And they have the ability to veto the actions of the government and to hand over power to the military in times of crisis and extend military power. So that's really dangerous, and there's no civilian oversight over these military powers. So there's no sense in which the civilian elected government can rein in the military if it chooses to really set down its foot on some of these issues.
Is there optimism that this new structure is going to work in Myanmar, or is there a fear that it could lead to some kind of deadlock at times?
Certainly, there could be deadlock. There are contradictions within the Constitution, within the governance structure in Myanmar, that are unresolved, and that there's no formal mechanism for resolving disputes. I do a lot of, I'm a human rights researcher and advocate, and when I look at some of the cases that I'm dealing with, the NLD can release a political prisoner from jail. The military, through control of the police, can rearrest them and start a new trial. And so there's really unanswered questions about how the NLD and the military will resolve disputes, given that they both have powers and limited ability to trump each other.
Okay, I'm Matthew Bugher. Thank you very much for your insight this morning.